Hello, welcome to GoalNews.org Video Edition, June 11th, 2010. My name's Jim Wallace, the Executive Director of Gun Owners Action League. Let's get right to the news. This week, continuing the saga of the Governor's Lawful Citizens Imprisonment Act, House 4102, the Judiciary Committee was actually polled to see if this bill would actually come out of committee. Now, there are 17 members of the Judiciary Committee. This is the joint committee, including Senate and House members. The poll started last Thursday afternoon and actually went till Tuesday at 4 o'clock was the deadline for members to log their poll with the committee. The vote came down to a 4-4 tie, and the bill was filed with the House clerk as ought not to pass. Now, the problem is there's a little controversy here with this vote. The Senate chair of the Judiciary Committee claims the House staff did not count 2 Senate votes that were actually in favor of the bill. So we're not exactly sure if that's going to affect anything, but the bill has been filed with the House clerk as ought not to pass. Unfortunately, only 8 members out of the 17-member committee actually filed a vote or an opinion on the bill. So now what happens to the bill? Procedurally, what will happen to the bill is the House, as a body, will either accept the report of the committee, as ought not to pass, or, if they choose, someone can move to substitute the committee report with the bill itself, and then move the bill on the floor. What is more likely to happen is that somebody will move to actually recommit the bill to the Judiciary Committee. Now, if that happens, both the House and the Senate will have to vote on that and both agree to send it back to the joint committee. Once it's back there, the committee can then go through the process quickly if they choose to and re-vote on the bill. We are quickly running out of time here. Not that we certainly support this bill. We don't. We strongly oppose it. I should say they are running out of time here because the session ends July 31st, or at least the formal session ends July 31st. So it is unlikely if the bill were to go back to committee being recommitted that they would have time to actually get it back to the House and Senate. But we're going to be watching this bill very carefully. Our members have done a great job at calling legislators, emailing legislators, expressing their views on this bill, and it is a very horrible piece of legislation. We've gone over it before. There's plenty of information on the GOAL website. If you'd like to read more about it, please go to goal.org, and on the legislative page there's a whole host of information about this bill. House 2259, our Civil Rights and Public Safety Act, still sits in the Public Safety Committee. We spoke to the committee just this week, and one of the things they're concerned about was they had filed an extension in the committee to continue working on this bill until July 1st. However, there was a blanket extension for many bills that actually would end on June 15th, and they're concerned that this may have been inaccurately included in that blanket exemption, or extension rather, so they have to check to make sure that technically they're allowed to keep working on it until July 1st. Again, House 2259, if you want more information about that, it's massgunlawreform.com. And our bill actually provides tougher laws against criminals because we separate in statute the lawful possession issues and the criminal enforcement issues. And we base it on what's called a prohibited person. I urge anyone who's interested in respecting civil rights and increasing public safety to check out massgunlawreform.com and learn about our plan. Also, just this week, a new addition to the GOAL blog, and you can find that at blog.goal.org, is gun trace data or deception. And that is actually an article on an ATF report that has been used as evidence in favor of the governor's gun bill. And basically we tear apart that information and pretty much show people how data can be used to deceive or actually sway people's votes one way or the other. And I urge you to actually check that out. Also coming up, kind of the last chance, June 19th, Freedom Will Prevail 2010. I urge all GOAL members and lawful gun owners in Massachusetts to attend to show unity. And if you want tickets to this event, you can go to goalevents.org. And also coming to an end is our GOAL Spring Raffle. And we have 3 gift cards from Kittery Trading Post. and you can buy tickets for that on shop.gold.org, and those will be drawn at the June 19th event in Boxborough. And we also have a new addition to our website for gunsmith listings. We've had a lot of calls into the Gold office for lawful gun owners who are looking for people to work on their firearms, and we're starting to make a listing, and you can go to gold.org/gunsmiths.html, and you can find a list of gunsmiths around the state of Massachusetts. And if you're a Gold member and you're a gunsmith, please send us your information and we'll be glad to put that up for you. Well, that does it today for goldnews.org Video Edition, June 11th, 2010. We'll see you next week.